Hello and welcome to the Rig Rundown, episode number 30. Yeah, we're here today with Homegrown and from Black Turf. Tristan, dudes, how's it going? Thank you all so much for coming in. Yeah, guys, just want to introduce yourselves for our audience watching at home. Tell them what you do in the band.
Yeah, hello, I'm Craig. I play guitar in Homegrown.
My name's Chris. I'm the bass player of Homegrown.
I'm Phil, and I am the lead rapper. The lead rapper in Homegrown. Yeah. I gotta stick with that.
I'm Kiva and I sing and I play the keys and I also do everything else in Homegrown. Only joking.
I'm Garrett. I'm the other lead rapper in Homegrown. Yeah, we're both lead rappers.
Nice.
My name's Tristan and I'm the lead singer in Black Turf.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys very much for coming in. Yeah, this is very special to have so many of us here. And we're actually here sponsored by Voodoo and the show you're doing on Friday, the 10th of October.
That's right, coming up this
That's
Friday.
it, yeah. You guys are all playing. You guys want to tell us anything about that? Any special surprises planned? Anything?
What have we got planned?
We're gonna play some songs.
Yeah.
We're gonna play at
For
least
a
a few
start.
songs.
Oh,
For a
really?
start, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Last time I seen you was with Terrace in the Deer's Head. Shout out to Terrace. Repping the shirt today. Yeah, that was a class night. We were really impressed. We knew we had to get you back in sooner rather than later.
No,
So
cheers for
thank
having
you all
us
very much
again.
for coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a class gig though, wasn't it? Like a mix of like all the different bands.
Oh,
And that
brilliant.
band,
New Enemy.
They were unreal too.
It was cool. And shout out to Terrace. They're playing in Dublin this Saturday on the 11th.
Get them.
Yeah, with Neon Enemy.
I can't comment on that.
Oh, really?
That's all. I'm not allowed to say anything.
Okay, cool.
That's that.
Confidential.
So stay tuned. See, I was meant to be going, but I don't know. I might be working. I'll have to see. Should be fun, like.
No crack. No crack.
Book a
day off. Book it off right now.
We'll see. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for coming in. We're playing here Friday, the 10th of October, up there on the stage. Just going back to the beginning, then for Homegrown, how did you guys start? What sparked it all? Who got together first?
I suppose me and this man got together first.
Yeah.
We just it started off just with us sending voice notes to each other, slagging each other with raps, and and then like the voice notes took longer between each other to come back because we were like, right, actually, let me think about this. And then we were like, all right, we're writing
thought
shit now
behind it.
anyway. We might as well do something. So we started doing that. We did that for a couple of months. Then Crippy kind of came along and played a bit of bass with us, and then we got booked to do a festival in Dungannon.
Yep.
It was at the Hilly of the O'Neill. Can't remember. Music Matters, I think it was called. But everyone else had a band, so there wasn't really going to be any raps or no DJs or anything. Like,
Alright.
So we were like, "Fuck, let's try and pull a band together." And like, we'll have all of our mates just so happen to play instruments and stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's class.
pulled the band together, and then we did that set, and we were like, "This is how we do it from now on." Like, because
Yep.
that kind of mix of like the live instruments with the hip hop, it's deadly.
Fucking right. And
We'll see on Friday.
when you did it, was it mainly sort of covers or originals or
It was all originals.
all originals? That's class. And so did you expand? Did it all come in then at once, or one by one? Did you just assemble the Avengers here?
We
Like?
got Crippy first because me and him's been in bands together throughout the years and stuff. And then
Cool.
Kiva here, she started playing keyboards for us, doing a bit of singing. And then we had a different guitar player and a different drummer. Siri, he was our drummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ryan Cullen, he was our guitar player, but they went off and did their own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless them. Still love them though. I had Dylan as well.
Yeah.
Dylan Bomber. He was a good drummer.
That's cool.
But we've got another two members that aren't here now, Sam
Yep.
and Jack.
So what's the full lineup then? You've got who's missing? Your drummer,
Drummer and
other
another guitar
guitarist?
player. Yeah. So we got two guitars, keyboard, drums, bass, and then two rappers.
Nice,
Yeah, so
big band.
it's a lot.
Yeah,
Heavy
lot going
sound.
It's a pain in the hole to organise band practice.
Bet it
Fucking
is.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
This band's got the big band too though. Like
Yeah. What do you want to tell us about?
How many of you guys all
seven
together?
of us.
7, yeah. We're 6 at the moment. We've been 7 before though.
Yeah, bump
but
those numbers up.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be hard to get the.
That's cool. Well, yeah, you're coming in. You're from Black Turf. Do you want to tell us how Black Turf started? And
Yeah, so Black Turf has been going, I want to say a year and a half, 2 years now. I'm from West Cork, Bantry Bay, and so it kind of would have thought up the idea then. and would have moved up with a best friend of mine. He's Daniel Duffy. He's playing bass in the band. So
cool.
kind of idea originated then. I would have written a lot of the music there, and just kind of needed to move to a city to pursue that. And with the housing crisis in the south, Cork or Dublin wasn't really an option. So came up and scoped the place out here and really liked it. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's kind of the spot to be for art on the island of Ireland right now. I think it's really definitely, yeah.
But we do have a pretty damn good scene going on. Like,
there's something on every single
cool
night
stuff.
in Belfast. Like,
Definitely.
yeah. No, Belfast is the spot. Like,
oh yeah,
definitely. And you'll find all about it Friday.
Yeah.
of course. A few towel company as well. They're not here. Shout out to them. Of course, sadly couldn't make it.
The lads.
Yeah,
From
pretty
Derry.
damn good as well. It's gonna be some show. Like, yeah. Well, coming on then. It's your first recordings. Then, what was the first record you cut, and where'd you do that?
We did we did well. That was the first one like we properly released. Like, but me and him made a couple of. I think it was King of the North. It's. I mean, you can go
Look
check it
that
out on
up on
SoundCloud, like,
King of the North.
but
Is it not on
terrible.
Spotify? No, I was just checking. Is that on
No,
Spotify?
it's definitely on
Is there deeper
Spotify,
cuts
no.
on SoundCloud?
Yeah, that's
Should
how you
get
get
burnt.
the real shit.
They
They
were
were
never
recorded
heard.
straight from the kitchen table with
Oh,
like
brilliant.
no pop filter, no
Yeah.
nothing. But it was like
Raw as fuck,
£15 microphone and like a £40 Mac.
Sweet.
But it was
Just did it all in GarageBand. Just chopped
Yeah.
a load of shit up in GarageBand, and our friend who
Makes it
passed
even more
away.
Right, we
versatile,
made-
you know.
Our friend who passed away, Ajma, fucking shout out.
Yeah, shout out to
he,
Ajma.
he showed us how to do fucking everything on GarageBand and like how to chop everything up and actually
Cool.
make
Yeah.
beats. Like, so the first
Shows
whole
right.
EP we did was all with him. Like.
Amon taught us about ad libs and everything.
Yeah.
Like anything you sort of needed to know, he was there to
Fucking
teach it. Like
That's cool. So the first stuff was very DIY, very
Yeah.
self-produced, and to just take it from there to just start self-producing more, to just go into the.
we did a wee bit more. We did our first EP ourselves, the Chronicles of the Grown Volume 1, and then that after that, about 9 months later, then we kind of really got involved in the scene and started doing gigs, started meeting people.
Class.
Met up with Primoid. Do you know Primoid? Do you?
Yeah, he's also in. Was it Impulse to Resist?
Impulse to Resist. Yeah. Shout
I
out
love
to
these
him.
guys. Aye.
So we linked up with him, and then he produced the whole of the second EP, really. Like, and then that's when we that took it to the whole next level because his production, Tribal Arc Studios, unbelievable. That's what I said.
So
Tribal
is he
King
running the
Studios.
studio then? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
him and Bart.
I have to go in and check it out one day.
He lives there.
Yeah, you live
there.
Well, this is
you
how I
own it?
came on the scene. I don't own it. No, I just pay rent and they let me stay there.
That's
But
handy.
this is how I
Living
got
in the
involved.
studio. That's cut
Yeah.
out the middleman.
Oh yeah, I moved in. Obviously, kind of started dipping my toes in because Prime White he plays in Impulse, but he's also big into hip hop as well.
Yep.
So I became friends with these ones as they were coming round to record.
Oh, cool.
And then last October or something, you just were like, "We need a guitar player, emergency. Can you do it?" And I was kind of in and out. Done a gig in here. It was good, but then I ended up fucking off because it was a wee bit of a mess. Although, admittedly, I made it more of a mess by leaving, probably a little bit, which I acknowledge. But I felt bad. I felt bad, but then I was like, "Listen, if you need a favor, just give me a shout." And then January, you needed a favor, and then I'm just here, just stayed.
And now you're in the band.
Now I'm just here. Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
So, like,
You're
You're like
welcome.
Godfather. You do a favor for me, you owe me for the rest of my life. You know?
It's like a favor for the mafia. Like,
Yeah.
they'll come calling.
I'm branded on the back of my neck and all.
So, so when you came in, so what kind of guitar playing background did you come from before you joined this band?
well, I'm a metal guy.
Yes.
So I started playing
Because you're
guitar.
in Cursed Son. as
Cursed
well.
Son as well. Yeah. I started playing guitar, and then at the time I was really into Trivium. And I didn't have enough people to start a band, so I just started doing like acoustic busking and lurging, like singing metal songs.
Sweet.
Then yeah, oh yeah. And then I got into a band playing bass, got half decent at that, and then that finished off, and then joined Cursed Son, then joined Homegrown, and now I'm here
Cool.
speaking to you.
Nice. So, like you said, metal then would have been your general background.
Still is, yeah.
How do you find then adapting your playing style to something a bit more melodic, cleaner with the hip hop, with the style that Homegrown puts out?
Yeah, I still use quite a lot of distortion, but it's good. It's like a bit of a challenge because you don't want to go too mental.
Yep.
You still have to serve the song, but you still try and find ways here and there to be heavy. And then I bought a 7-string, and I wasn't going to use it, I was like, I'm gonna look like a dickhead rocking up to
No.
a rap gig with a 7-string, but I brought it anyway because
Sure,
it
what
cost
about
me
Blaze Borden?
£900. So I was like, fuck it, I'm taking it to the gig.
So that's cool. You got to be using that on Friday.
100%, yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have to get a look.
You know, mostly just use it as a 6-string, but I use the 7 one sometimes for a bit of meat.
Cool. So do you draw on any other inspirations then for playing in Homegrown? Go a bit more, like Rage Against the Machine, or like more the new metal style, or
Sounds a bit cheesy, but just the rest of the band, to be honest, because everybody
off
all
everybody?
has everybody all has different like influences and vibes. Like you're into
Yeah.
funk, Jack's into blues
uh-huh.
and jazz and stuff. So there's a big, it's kind of a melting pot. So everybody, like you said, there plays off each other.
That's cool.
And there's a lot of
Like
different
fusion
opportunities
sort
to
of
do.
shit.
Keith
Yeah.
only listens to K-pop, so have to work around that.
Well, what about bass then? What always would have been your bass background when you started
Well,
learning?
for
playing?
me, it would have been AC/DC to start off with. Just the simple
Fucking
bass
rock and roll,
lines,
man.
keeping things rocking, you know.
Yeah.
After a couple of years of playing by myself, I taught myself how to play the bass lick. So it was like maybe 4 or 5 years in, it goes, fuck it, I'm going to go up to Red Hot Chili Peppers and start slapping
Start
the bass.
leveling
And
up,
start,
man.
you know, leveling up was right, yeah.
That's class.
So eventually that just, like, I've been playing now for about 15, 16 years, many different bands with Gyart there, and, you know.
Cool.
eventually-
Stomp
eventually
point
came
to
to
the
this
sun.
point.
What other different
Shout
bands?
out.
Any you might have heard of? You want to shout any out?
I mean, to be actually fair, I think I played a gig here maybe in 2015 with, it was Hydrogen Jukebox we were called at the
Hydrogen
time.
Jukebox.
That's
Sounds good.
that's a good while ago now, to be fair. And then Standpoint to the Sun we were in, but that's a whole different story to go into there. Like, yeah.
Where did you just play mainly back in Lurgan?
I was their manager.
yeah.
he
Where did you
was
just play in
our-
Lurgan? Was it the Keeley House? and
Shit
Bad
show.
Rose and stuff
We
like
actually
that?
we actually never got to play any gigs, but we released like 2 or 3 albums on Spotify.
Here, that's pretty decent.
But like COVID hit, and then eventually
Ruins
a couple
everything,
other
yeah.
things happened there in the band, and we had to part ways more or
That
less.
sucks.
But Homegrown is the one to go. for,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
And so who do you draw upon now as your main inspiration when you're playing in Homegrown?
Well, to be fair, Flea from Chili's would have been the biggest inspiration, but
cool.
I've sort of outgrown that sort of phase from being a teen,
Yeah.
like, so I'm now just like, it's all about myself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
okay, cool.
Up in your own sort of sound.
Not to be so like egotistical about that.
The
you
sort of
know?
like kung fu journey of
Yeah,
bass
you know,
guitar
You gotta just go with yourself, like, eventually.
class.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Well, cool. Thank you very much for telling us
No
about that.
problem.
Phil, what about yourself? What about vocal inspirations when you started out? You said you began just back and forth,
Yeah.
sending funny voice notes, but did
That
you
was
ever get into like Eminem or something when you were younger? And try and
Okay,
fill that
no, from like the age of nothing, I was into hip hop. I think like probably my earliest memory is listening to like P7. I think it
Yeah.
was like, this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me. You know, that
Yes.
shit sort of came out like, and from then, like,
It's
I
hard
just
not to get into it.
always loved hip hop. And my cousin showed me a Tupac album whenever I was in first year, and then from then it was just like
That's-
any hip hop that I could get my hands on.
That's
I
the
remember
age I was, I think,
one
when I got into
Christmas getting Tupac "Loyal to the Game." Do you remember that album? No, did you ever get into it? It was produced by Eminem, but it was like it was obviously after Tupac had died, and it
Yeah.
was just like a load of old tracks. Unbelievable though.
Class.
And
Fucking right, man.
just from that, like I was never. I did like a wee bit of singing when I was a kid, like in choirs and stuff, but nothing really
Any
serious. You
sort
know,
of
no
rock or metal
bands.
inspirations?
But I learned to play the drums for like 1 week, and then I fucking gave it up. I think it was in school, and my mom was like, "Right, you got drum lessons," and I got these drum lessons, and then I misbehaved, and she was like, "No more drum lessons."
Yeah.
that was the fucking end of it then. Like,
Punishment.
so I never learned any instruments. I always kind of picked things up and put them down again. But like,
Yeah.
I was quite old whenever I got into hip hop. Like whenever we actually started doing something, you know.
Cool. What about
Like,
like any heavier vocal inspirations and like sort of any metal performers?
I like Trivium myself
Yeah,
as well.
oh, man,
Growing
shout out
up,
to
like I
Trivium,
was
yeah.
always kind of on the fence between hip hop and rock and fucking metal and stuff.
Class.
Like I love Metallica, like Megadeth.
They're
and
very, I
fucking-
think, like hip hop, rap, and metal and rock. They're sort
yeah,
of closely
like,
intertwined.
collision course.
Yeah, it's like two
that
sides of the
Linkin
same
Park
coin.
and
You know what I
Jay-Z,
mean?
you know?
It's just about aggressively shouting something out. And
Bodes well for me because then I hit a fucking low B chord and like I'm less likely to get fucking daggers shot at me.
Yeah, just stank faces, man.
Yeah.
It'd be a dirty look, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
that's cool, man. Yeah, awesome. What about them when you're doing live? Do you have any vocal techniques or warm ups or rituals or anything?
Well, we actually have a secret. I'm gonna indulge our secret right now. See, whenever I'm gonna tell them the secret, man.
Don't.
Everyone's gonna do this now. But see, when I run out of breath,
Yeah.
I go, and he does the bar.
He's
shot my
smart.
back.
It's the same thing when
that's
you're
a
in
good
metal bands
technique.
and there's parts when everyone's doing vocals.
Yeah.
If you're kind of fucked, you could
You
probably
gotta-
just pretend
you
to
gotta
do it.
lean back
If,
a little
if
bit,
other
like-
people doing it, you could probably just pretend to do it.
Yeah,
What do you see
no.
if everyone has the same idea and everyone pretends to do it?
That's
what's
what's
gonna happen.
No
one
one,
day.
no one does it then. No one says the bar.
Or like you forget the words and you can just get away with going.
Yeah, for metal,
Yeah.
you can just make some shit up.
Yeah.
Probably the same for rap. You know, if you're in key and in time and it flows, you could probably say whatever word. you
It's
want.
fast enough. You just
How
go
many
dip-a-dip-dip.
songs have ended in a fucking impromptu freestyle because of forgotten
And
bars?
then
Like,
it's just like you're adding your own
every
spice. You're not getting
at
it
least
wrong,
once
you know?
a gig. No, it's not wrong if no one's ever heard it before.
That's it. It's not wrong if it's what is it? Improvisation.
Exactly, that's all it is. But
That's
yeah,
going.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't give people the same show every day. Like,
No, it's got to be different. It's got to evolve.
Is right.
That's what we can expect on Friday night.
Mhm.
An evolved show. Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool, man.
Buy
Yeah.
your tickets now.
Get your tickets on Eventbrite.
£7 online.
That's it. Well,
£7 at
it's
the door.
it's cheaper now. It's a new thing. They used to just be the same price online and it as advance
Aye.
put on the door, which is silly because of the booking fee and stuff. So it used to have to be paying more in advance.
Yeah.
So that's why they
that's
made
why
it
a
lower.
lot of people are probably paying at the door because
Yeah.
you're not paying 12 quid then with the
I know,
fees.
just make it a bit lower, and then
Yeah.
it makes a bit more sense. So
That
they are
does.
lower in
There you
advance.
go.
Yeah.
It's cheaper now.
Mhm.
Cost 11. Never heard of it.
Though we get less money though, and we're also suffering from the cost of living. So
Yep.
buy 2 tickets,
Well,
2 tickets each.
We see what we've all done then. What are our keys? You started on keyboards. When did you start playing keyboards?
I think when I was about 5, I
Oh,
went
really?
with my sister to her piano tutor.
Brilliant.
Just grew up around it, and then I went properly when I was about 6, and then I did that until I was about 15, and I just was like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
So then I started doing singing, coaching, and I got to my grade 8 in musical theatre.
Oh,
That's my
brilliant.
type of
That's
vibe.
impressive.
So
Probably
nothing.
the most qualified person in the whole group then.
Yes,
More than
indeed.
yeah.
You the boss then?
Right.
Jack's pretty qualified, but I think
Jack's
you
way more qualified.
used to go toe to toe.
Wow.
Jack and Sam are way more qualified. Yeah. But I did my singing. And then I decided I was just like, I'm over music. And then I met Chris in the cinema. I started working there. And then he introduced me to Garrett and Phil. And then I liked music again. And I was like, I'm going to pick up the piano again.
You see, you have to want
Yes.
to do it. You have to want to be in the mood.
Yeah.
I noticed when I was doing guitar teaching and showing little kids songs, and you're showing them like nursery rhymes and scales, and they really weren't interested. So I had to ask them, "What do you want to listen to?" And they said something like, like Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift. So like, fuck it, right? That's what we're doing then. And you notice the difference right away when they actually
Yeah.
enjoyed the song and seemed to be really interested in doing it.
Yes.
Whereas
That's
when you're
the
just
way to
being
do it.
told exercises, if you're not really interested, you're not really gonna care.
Because that's what my teacher was like. I remember walking in for the first time to learn guitar, and the guy was wearing a fucking Avenged Sevenfold t-shirt. And I was like,
Nice.
right, what do you want to learn?
Yes.
You know?
You're in right.
I'm
the
still
good company
doing
there.
You know?
Fucking right, bro. Awesome. Nice. That's class. Yeah. Well, so where did you go from there then? So you met the guys. You started liking music again. So did you
Yes.
pick up the theory? Did you just start right back where
Well,
you
it
left
was
off?
more like Garrett being like, Kiva, you have to sing. You can sing. And then it was like a year of Garrett turning around and me being like, close your eyes and close your ears. Singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Being like, twinkle, twinkle. It took me so long. And then they eventually were like, you have to do Breathe Me In, which is like one of our good songs now.
Do you remember when we had to do it?
Yeah. And they were like, Kiva, we can't sing this anymore. You have
Shout
to
out.
try.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a vocal part that you guys used to do.
Yeah.
How did that go? What was this? Was it like a bit of a melody? Was it a bit of?
Yeah.
But like we sang it and we were like, Kiva, come on. Now.
Please.
I know. I was happy enough just
Help
being
us
in the
out.
background.
Well,
but-
that's fantastic. I've been in the same position before in bands I've been in, and you're trying to coax other fellas like, you can sing, motherfucker. Can you just do that vocal part, please? You know,
Yeah.
some people just need to know that they can do it. and
Yes.
be told it, but
No,
that's
I give it all to these guys because they give me the confidence now
Brilliant.
to go up on Friday and do whatever. So yeah.
But it's so crucial to the sound now, like of what we do. Like,
Now I'm like, why am I not singing, guys?
I
Excuse
know.
me.
She's singing more.
In the middle of the stage.
Well, yeah, no, your vocals come across. I think was it the first track on your Spotify? Like I think you're the first vocal on it. Is it?
Oh yeah,
Is
for
it?
Show Me.
Show me, yeah.
No, that's
Yes.
great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
So when you're playing live, then do you have any warm ups or rituals or anything you do to sort of help
I
yourself get
do
going?
a lot of piano vocal warm ups,
Mm-hmm.
usually at home by myself.
Do you do it at the same time? Playing the piano scale and
Yes,
singing the
like,
vocal scale at the same time? Yeah.
Typical stuff. I try to get these guys to do it
Guitars
sometimes.
don't do that. Do our vocal warm up and a guitar warm up at the same time. That would actually make sense. Instead of
Man, if he does that.
I always do two: a guitar warm up and a vocal warm up. If you do it in the one go, it would save you.
Yeah,
It
no, it
does,
does
but
save.
it's
I would
never
never do it.
I
that
never
way.
thought of it.
I would never do it that way. I remember, like, I used to sing in a band before, and I remember times of being in the toilets upstairs in Voodoo doing these fucking warm ups, and then people coming in for a piss.
I wonder what the
Just be
fuck
like,
you're at. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So so you do what? Just do your scales, piano scales and singing
some
scales.
arpeggios, maybe some. There's like a verse from Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Think of me. No, it's really hard, but it just like it's really really high, and I'm like not very good at going high, but I'm trying to expand my range. But
Cool.
it just helps get everything open up, especially Breathe Me In as well. It's like
How are you trying to
suited-
expand your range? What are you exercising? Just going further,
I'm
higher
trying
and
to
lower?
belt higher.
You going higher?
Yes,
Class.
because my voice has dropped a little bit, and they're all like yapping to me. So,
So you do the
haven't
like
said
switching to
anything.
falsetto vocal and doing the false chord and all
Yeah.
that, but you want to be able to.
I won't even,
Full-
a
full
bit
projection.
higher. Yeah, I can do definitely
Class.
a nice belt, but I want to make it more powerful,
Brilliant.
without the wee cracks and
Who
stuff.
would be your biggest inspirations then for keys?
For keys, probably Carole King as well.
Yeah.
I love her and her songs as well.
Brilliant. Well,
So-
shout out to Carole King.
Shout out to Carole King. I love you.
And then what about vocals?
Vocals, I love Barbara Streisand and
Yeah.
Mariah Carey. I just love her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We love it when we get the really obscure inspirations on the
Yeah.
show. It's cool. Yeah, that's brilliant.
So-
Was it was Hunter from Terrace? She says hers was Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
Which, see, yeah, that's cool. Barbara
suits her,
Streisand. We've never
yeah.
had Barbara Streisand shout out before, so that's cool. I love it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you very much for telling us all about that, dude. What about for vocals? Who was your early inspirations? What got you going? How did you get started?
Early inspirations probably like Linkin Park and
Oh, class.
stuff like that, and Limp Bizkit and shit, and
The sort of heavier
AC/DC
version
and all.
of
Like I love all my
more
dad
rap
rock.
rock. Yeah.
Like my dad just got me into all my dad rock, like Van Halen, AC/DC, and Def
Alright,
Leppard
bro.
and all that sort of shit. Like, but
Nice.
my favorite artist is Prince. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just love
Yeah, a
him.
lot of people's favorites. I'm
He's the
really so
dude.
too. He's cool as.
Wish I could sing like Prince, like, but
And we all do.
can't do that. Like, yeah.
Or play, or write,
Do anything.
or do anything.
do anything like Prince, like, yeah. As big as inspiration, like, definitely
Class.
Prince.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Yeah. Well, and when you started taking it seriously, what did you begin doing to,
I started playing guitar first, like, and
Yeah.
then it was just all like indie bands and like really like white stripe cover bands and sort of stuff like that, and
Cool.
playing two pieces and a couple of bands of Crip, and they were all just we had made all of our original music, like, but
Yeah.
just all inspired by that sort of stuff, like.
Sweet.
And then I don't know, it was just years later, and then me and Phil got together, like, but always been in the rap and stuff too, like Wu-Tang and Eminem and 50 Cent and
And was this your first sort of big band with more than just a two piece? Like,
we're in Standpoint, like, and it was a 5-piece, but again, we didn't play a single gig or nothing,
yeah, you
like,
put the albums
so
out.
yeah, shit show, like.
Yeah.
It is a good
Check
album.
that
It is a
out.
good album.
Give us the link.
It's a
we'll
good
link it.
indie album.
The link is really
Wicked Beasts. Yeah.
right there.
Brilliant.
But
man.
no, it's I don't know. Just
What
do-
guitar did you play when you were?
That's the
starting?
guitar there.
Oh, is this yours?
Aye.
I thought this was Greg's.
No.
No, it's
I didn't know to bring
Apparently, it's from the 70s. Because my
that's
guitar
class.
teacher gave it to me.
because you play a Les Paul as well. That's
Yeah.
what confused me.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Alright.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
want to tell us
brown.
about this guitar, man? What's
Well, I
Is this
think
like
it's
a family
from
heirloom? Is
No,
this-
it's my guitar teacher gave it to me, and I think it was like his first electric guitar.
Gibson
It
Les
was
Paul?
from the 70s.
Les Paul.
Les Paul, actually, it's Les Paul. It's before Les.
Oh, shit.
He called it Les. Yeah, before the S.
Before the S was on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The dude up in Dungannon, Brian, who works in Gene Stewart's, he's always like, please buy Sammy
Gene
that guitar.
Stewart's
Yeah.
Studio.
Do you know
I'm
Gene
quite
Stewart's?
familiar with it.
Daniel O'Donnell was there at the
Yeah, no,
weekend.
my mom was
Yeah.
the backing singer.
Lined up.
My mom was the backing singer in that band in the 80s and 90s. So,
Gene Stewart?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when I was in
Yeah.
the studio,
Oh, fuck,
North
great.
Sound Studio. So my mom was the backing singer for like Hugo and Daniel and Philomena, and it was basically like a house
Shout
band
out.
in the studio that did all their stuff.
Class, please.
So I was there as a baby. That's how I spent my like childhood.
There you go.
Now
Gene
you're in
Sturz
a
got you
band.
into all of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
I have a fondness for the smell of cigarettes and Guinness. Yeah, no, I Gene Stewart. Shout out to Gene Stewart.
But he's always looking the bad off, Miller. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it could be worth something, like, but
Dude, Gibson
Never
from the
sounded.
70s, I'd say damn well would be.
yeah, never selling it though.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you collect
Give it to my
guitars, you don't sell
firstborn.
them.
Never say no.
That's it. Yeah.
That's class.
I'm the
mate.
second born, and I got all my dad's guitars.
Well, Tristan,
Whoever wants it then.
What about you, man? How did you get started off in music? What was your earliest inspiration? You're from Black Turf. You're the
Yeah.
main support on Friday.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. How did I get started? Honestly, man, I feel like it would have been harder not to get into the music. My mom's a dance teacher, and my dad was like diehard rock and roll. Yeah, like dad's would have been Irish, mom would have been African American. Like I'm obviously biased, but I think all good music has really come from those cultures.
Pretty much. That's something up.
so
right there, yeah.
I just would have grown up with like Nina Simone, Bob Marley on in the car
Yeah.
while I'm strapped in the car seat and things like that, you know.
Class.
Dad passed when I was 12 and like all his guitars were just there. So it was kind of like, right, maybe we'll give this a go. So kind of got started with that, but I didn't really get started actually kind of take myself seriously in any sort of way until I actually started rapping. That was the first thing I ever did, was like pure hip hop rapping. I think for me, growing up mixed race in like a rural town, the only time I saw black people was when I was like listening to hip hop music and things like that, you know. So for me, that was kind of like a space to like feel, yeah, like not alone in that, you know. So for me, that was kind of the beginning of that journey. Would have been very similar stuff, like, you know, we would have been just writing raps in the classroom, like passing notes and things like that, you know.
Brilliant.
Doing things like that, and that kind of would have progressed on. Wrote a couple of shit albums, put them out on SoundCloud. They're down now, thankfully. God bless. Yeah. So kind of, you know, just been on a journey that way, like, you know. And my stepdad would have been massively influenced by a lot of reggae music. He spent some time in Ethiopia. He's a djembe percussionist. My girlfriend Carmen, who plays djembe in the band at the moment, is playing his djembe. So just kind of like, you know, I suppose like the predecessors have kind of thankfully laid out a path for me. And so through that, yeah, I started playing a lot of music that would have been around me, soul, hip hop, reggae music. Now I'm really on a big Afro beats vibe and just world music in general, you know. So just exploring different sounds from around the world, trying to just broaden my my vocabulary musically, you know. So that's kind of how I would have started. How I'll end up, I can't answer that yet, you know. But
Who would have been, like, specifically when you were younger? Who were you looking to? You said it was a lot of, you know, like the big hip hop acts that were on television and stuff.
yeah.
Who actually was it that was inspiring you, and who were you?
Who was it? It's a good question. So, like, hip hop wise, I'd say like the likes of NWA. I was a big Tupac man. I love a bit of Biggie Smalls too. Back in the day, it was all more
Great.
Tupac. I like a bit of Biggie, maybe a bit more
Yeah.
even now. But yeah, things like that, you know. Things like that, and then like getting on that reggae vibe for me honestly changed my life. I think like anybody who doesn't maybe listen to reggae music all that often, if you say reggae music, the first thing that comes to mind for them is Bob Marley. And like, you know, even like if you look at his journey and what he was on, like, you know, probably the first mainstream reggae artist there was, and definitely there would have been a lot of an effort to kind of mainstream his music and maybe add aspects that would be a bit more palatable to, say, the UK audience versus what would be popular in Jamaica. But still, nonetheless, like massive inspiration for him. The likes of Damian Marley, I probably prefer.
yeah.
Love his music, and also like if you look at what he's doing, fusing, like you
That
couldn't even
hip-hop
say
kinda-
you couldn't say that Damian Marley is strictly
No.
reggae music, you know.
No. Welcome to Jamrock, is that?
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Jamrock.
Come on.
I have a song in the works. Welcome to Belfast. You'll hear it sometime.
Shit. Maybe
on
Friday.
Friday.
Maybe Friday. You never know, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
a sneak preview. Maybe.
But you know,
verse.
it's a journey, like, you know, so it's hard to say exactly. Like, I can pinpoint moments, but I couldn't say one person or the other. You know?
What was the name of that album? Was it Damian Marley and Nas did together?
Distant relatives, man, and that's
my
exactly the thing. It's
God.
like
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
your, so like, you've got your so reggae music is massively influenced by Irish culture. You would have had like
Yeah.
Irish indentured servants sent to the Caribbean. You would have had African American slaves passing through the Caribbean and sent there. So that's the journey like both my ancestors would have been on. And that's kind of, I think, the whole vibe
That's
of
a
that
crazy
album is distant
amalgamation of
relatives,
everything
Nas,
there, man.
African American, Damian Marley, Caribbean,
Yeah.
you know. So I think for me, just trying to like honor that journey musically from all sides of me is important,
Unreal.
you know.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Awesome. So, what do you do in the band? Do you just do vocals, or do you play guitar as well?
So I would be the lead singer when we're performing. I write a lot of the songs on guitar.
Do you ever do any live?
No, I don't, and I rather it that way for me personally. Like I wanna kind of just be able to give all of myself
To perform.
to the people and just like express my vocal as much as I can. I find that like it's a lot.
Well, if you have
to
two
do
other
both.
guitarists anyway, it's
Well, like Pedro in the band, big up Pedro. He's way fucking better than me. So I'm not bad, but like the way I see it is, if I can focus on one thing that I'm maybe better at, I would rather give that 110% and let someone else in their domain
absolutely
give it 110%.
So
you
run
know?
the whole band down. Who else in it? You said there's
So
6 years.
yeah, there's 6 of us. So you've got me on lead vocals. You've got Carmen doing backing vocals and djembe percussion. You've got Daniel Duffy on the bass. You have Cormac Daly on the drums. He's a magic man on the drums,
Cool.
and just great vibes. And then you've got Pedro. Pedro's also a wizard, magical guitarist, and
Fantastic.
Jack Giles is on the keys. So he's our newest
Shout out to
addition.
Jack.
You know Jack, yeah.
You all
yeah.
know Jack?
Jack's a legend. He's probably
Cool.
the fastest guy to just like fit into the vibe of the band, like you
Brilliant.
know. So yeah, I love them all to bits. You know, they're great guys. and
Fantastic. Well, I'm
gals.
really looking forward to seeing you. I can't wait to see what you do on
Yeah.
Friday in here, 10th of October.
I'm
Tickets on
excited.
Eventbrite.
Buy 2 tickets.
That's class.
Each.
Man, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Bring a friend.
We'll Craig, man,
Hello.
want to run us down your rig? You got your white Les Paul,
Got the white Les Paul, the 7-string.
Matt Heafy special.
The Matt Heavy special. It's great. It's my pride and joy. I have a load of wee fucking random pedals that I've just like gathered over the years. I've got a wee distortion.
They're the things that I must not stand on.
Yeah. These boys is bad for standing on the pedals. Hey.
I know. I'm bad for it myself.
I went
but
full
I'm not
Tyrone
doing
there.
vocals.
Yeah, no, it's bad news. Like these aren't too
It's too
bad.
easy done, mate.
You do your best, but
I work
it
on
doesn't
that.
help that they're all spread out. I
You
don't
just
have
want to
like
be
pedal
giving an
board.
active performance. You just need to be, diving all over.
I don't
the
even
stage.
know where my feet are going.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna happen.
And if
Shit's
the
gonna
guitar
step
stops, then so be it.
It could be worse. It could be standing there fucking wooden.
What about my
Staring at the
piano
floor.
lead, Craig, that you stand on every
Oh,
single
are you
day?
guilty of standing
Never,
on shit
never,
yourself?
never mind that. I couldn't tell you how many times I've almost accidentally knocked the fucking keyboard over.
Oh, fuck me, mate.
Acting a dick.
That's right. Last time you played, you were actually out in the crowd. You were
Craig-
fucking.
Craig
Yeah,
goes my
got the-
way.
got the
Craig
wee
goes
wire.
That's a
around.
safer place for you because there's no equipment there to knock over. Like.
But then this is the thing. Sometimes I have to go back up to change my pedals. So, I have to be
that.
cautious about when I can go for a wee dander.
Didn't you
should,
hit the solo pedal one
You
time
should
for him?
train the lads for like a wee signal for like when you're right at the other end of the.
Oh,
you need
yeah.
something to hit.
Yeah.
Cue
So you
them up.
know what pedal to
But
push.
if you're using one of them modular floor things, you can program all that shit in and the effects change.
Oh, that sounds like.
Oh, if we're on a button, like if we're like on time
your
like
old
that. though.
DSP.
Yeah.
So
To be
you-
fair, I have been looking into it. Like George from Terrace,
and
he is the camper.
it changes for you.
Yeah.
That is something you can do. So
See-
you can go fully wireless and
I would
run
say,
around
though,
all night.
Sometimes the structures of our songs can change from night
On
to
the
night.
fly.
So,
Okay.
They
So-
can change mid song.
my pedal, my effects might be correct, but all of us might be totally.
That's what I was
fucking
going to
wrong.
ask you. You wouldn't be the type to play to track and click. It's quite
No.
free flow. It can go any direction. You just
Yeah.
can extend songs. You can shorten songs.
A lot
go
of the
with the
times we
vibe.
end up extending songs.
Adding in
kind
some
of
crowd interaction.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we would like extend stuff out and then get rappers up to freestyle and
Oh,
stuff.
We've got a lot of
yeah,
rapper
that's
friends.
We could nearly. I think we should. We've got
Is
practice on
anyone
Thursday.
coming
Do
on
something like
Friday?
that Friday.
Are any rapper
Now
friends
those,
coming on
those are
Friday?
the surprises.
Just thinking.
We might get a couple of boys
Whoa.
down.
We should maybe
We're going to
dedicate a
the
song
Libraries
to
Should.
rappers.
to the Groove Collective. We're gonna go and check out
Oh.
a couple of the ways. Have you ever been down there? Have you ever seen it?
No, actually, no. I've heard about it.
It's-
Did you ever check out your man Do Fada?
That's who.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Big
what
up
I was
to
talking
Fada.
about.
Big up to
Don't mean fuck shit.
Oh, unbelievable.
Well, like, yeah, the more
Yeah,
guests
Steve Lauer,
for
Fada.
Friday, the better. That would be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Spice it up a bit,
So they may make an appearance.
So there's no playing to tracks and clicks. I speak to a lot of bands, and some of them have their entire set sessioned out. every song is measured on the timeline with clicks,
We're not as
prompts in the
organised as
ears.
that.
Always.
But that's a different way of doing it. That's very rigid.
Listen.
It's when you almost go on autopilot, but like I'm saying, for hip hop and free flow, probably not the way to go. Like,
No, we've been talking about getting in ears and kind of tightening them up
Tracks.
that wee bit, but it does have
it's
that
cool.
like,
Like,
the quality
for,
of the
technical
rawness
heavy
of it,
metal, you
like,
kind of almost really need it.
yeah.
But for I think what you guys are doing, you almost more feeding off each other than the sound.
It's more just sometimes monitors are shit and you can't hear nothing.
That
so
is-
we're like,
Sometimes.
it'd be nice if we could hear
in here, they're fucking awesome.
Not
You're
actually
gonna get
not. No,
in here's
genuinely
the
not in
best, one of the
Voodoo.
best
Like
sounds in
the
the city.
monitors are
But
class.
generally, when you turn up somewhere, you're at the
Yeah.
mercy of whoever the hell's.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind
Sound
that
and-
though. We've been playing that many gigs recently with no fucking monitors.
You just
And,
go-
like,
you're getting good
yeah,
at going.
no,
we all
Right,
just
right.
have to stand beside the amp and hope, and then
Wait.
yous just have to remember
just shout.
remember all the words.
Yeah. No, luckily we remember the words, but 90% of the gigs that we do, man, we can't fucking hear a word that we're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's just practice that's really fucking keeping us sort of in the zone, and then like we can maybe hear the drums and the bass, and then no vocals.
that's how it goes. Well, then,
but
so
not in
Craig,
Voodoo.
that's it. You use the Gibson Les Paul. You don't
Epiphone.
Epiphone.
Yeah,
You
I'm not fucking rich.
but you don't bring the you don't bring any amps with you to gigs. You're usually just ready to rock and roll.
No,
with
I
the
do
sound
have
tap.
amps in the house I can use if I need to, but normally just whatever's there.
Yeah, cool.
So
Fair play. So you're pretty like the MacGyver guitar, so you can just make anything work.
yeah, anyway, just I need a clean tone. As long as I get a wee clean tone, I'm alright.
Sort of.
All good.
Awesome. Cool. Well, here, what about bass then? What are you rocking? Do you want to give us a rig rundown? Tell us what you're playing, what you plug into, and what you're coming out of.
I just raw dog it.
Okay.
Just
Straight into the amp.
straight
He
into
is
the
a raw
amp.
dogger.
Straight into the
Nice.
amp.
What bass guitar are you using?
Classic raw
I've got
dogger.
a mixture of bass. I've got a 5-string. It's a Fender Ampliphone bass jazz from the 70s, sort of custom
nice.
thing. Like it's
Yeah.
lovely. Sounds great.
Does anybody have guitars from this era? This decade is women.
Oh wow.
Oh, man. So yeah.
Sterling, that would be by Music Man.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'll tell you what, it's an active bass, so it just sounds absolutely
Punchy as
perfect.
hell.
Oh, just so punchy, and it's amazing. One of the best basses I've ever got. Like such a bargain. I've got a couple of funky things like acoustic bass and stuff like that there, flying
Yeah.
about there too. Like so, if there's
Whoa.
ever any other sort of tone we're going for,
You've got it
I've
all.
got the option
in the
for it.
armory.
Like
That's good.
That-
man.
that's-
Well, what are you rocking then on Friday? What are you going to be bringing? Do you bring everything, or do you have a go-to?
For usually I just sort of bring one bass with me, like, but I might just bring the 5-string this week.
Oh, nice.
Just
Fancy.
slap it up, like, you know what I mean? To make things a bit more exciting.
That's
Maybe
Trying to excite
if
Philip,
you
or,
buy
sorry,
tickets.
Craig, of course, like,
Yeah.
you know.
What about your amp? What amp are you using?
I only have like a wee 50-watt orange amp. It's only a wee practice sort of
Your
thing.
orange.
No, it's
that's
good. Like, I
some
mean,
tone.
years ago, whenever the first amp I ever bought was a Tracy Elliott. Like,
Of
100
course,
watts,
that's
and-
another good one,
and
yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Class.
But I think a couple of gigs when we were younger, everyone sort of punched it a wee bit too hard.
Blew it a
and
bit.
It's sort of, I think the speakers
You
busted on
can't
it,
blow
like,
these things. You need
still,
to be
still
careful.
have it, So I mean, if anyone's out there that can fix it, hit
Oh, it's
me
probably
up.
just like a case of a new valve or
You know,
something. You know,
maybe something like that. There, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was one of the best amps I've ever had. Like, to be honest,
class, man.
fantastic. Like.
Nice. And then what about when you're getting ready for stage? Any warm-ups or techniques or rituals?
It's
get
more-
yourself
for
going.
me, it's just like I already have it embedded in the mind, so just stretch the hands out and
Some
We
Belfast.
paint.
a wee pint or two,
A wee
like,
pint or
a wee
two.
pint or two, and then that's me. I'm happy. I'm good to go
Class.
for the rest of the gig, like, you know.
Yeah.
Unless since I've got such a bad bladder,
He does.
yeah.
Phil, then what about yourself? Like,
Uh,
do you have any equipment that you bring to shows yourself? You were talking about in-ears
Generally,
before.
one of these.
Just yeah. Shout out to the
We
monks.
can get at least a half bottle of Buckfast. We're
you.
good. An
Buckfast.
SM58, you know, take one of them
Yeah.
bad boys.
What about at home when you're recording? Do you have any home recording setups? Or
No, like I said, we had that janky Mac.
yeah,
That's what we rocked with, and that's what we kind of continue to rock with the odd time. But mostly now we're making music with the band, so it's just kind of fucking trying to freestyle and shit, you know,
Yeah.
and like
So
trying
you're
to
more
generate
about
something with it.
using your own body as your instrument than any.
That's all I got,
equipment.
man. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Got a tin whistle, but I can't play it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not with that attitude.
Maybe on Friday if he's buy tickets.
Oh,
Just buy tickets.
But no, literally just we rock the microphone, like, and
Yeah.
we just kind of do what we do then that way.
And we didn't talk about like any warm ups or rituals or any
Yeah,
techniques that you do.
Relentless practice.
You talked about your trick where you.
Yep,
Okay.
that no, like I will say in the early days me and this guy here, we would have had a lot more like hands-on, like practice almost every
Like
we
go-
used
like
to work
the
the same
metronome,
job.
yeah.
We would have just had backing tracks, break times. After work, he's coming to my house for an hour and we're doing more.
Class.
But now, kind of with the band, it's harder. You got to get 7 people together. And it's not the same. We can't really practice on a backing track anymore because what we're going to do when we
Because
perform
of how you gel together.
doesn't equate, to a backing track. Like we're giving a lot more. So
Right.
like preparation is just making sure you remember your lyrics. If you can't remember your lyrics, make sure you can stay on the fucking beat.
Yep. Make sure you got something else primed and ready to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
But that's really our technique. Really,
It's
really
really
nothing
revision
but a
practice.
microphone. Like, but
Yeah.
we'll do it with like.
What about
backing.
mic technique? Do you cup the mic? You hold it? Do you use distance? Just shout
A lot of the
as loud as you
time,
can?
it depends on the monitor. To begin with, we were very bad for proper. Yeah,
I'm supposed to do that?
Yeah, you're definitely supposed to do that. We actually did we did a gig a couple of months ago, right? And the sound guy came up to us. There was a lot of rappers on the gig,
Yeah.
so he had this pre-printed page.
Do not do
Like,
this.
I just want to give you this. He's just like, it was just mic techniques. He was like,
Yeah.
hold it like this because if you
Hold it
don't,
like
the
this.
range is, and it, like,
Keep your hand
it,
away
pr- it
from-
proper broke it down. But I tend to I did definitely used to just grab it and.
It's
But
it's probably
It's not aggressive, kind of.
Yeah.
You're trying to get
And
into it, but
you can. It does actually work. It will amplify your voice if you cover
Yeah.
the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But there's a reason the bottom of it is exposed. Is because
it wants to get them
it
tasty
needs
vocals
to
in.
cancel
Like,
those frequencies out.
Yeah.
So when you're cupping it, more than likely you're just gonna feedback.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's-
No, we got a lot of that shit. But no, we've learned kind of with mic techniques that you gotta hold it at the bottom, kind of keep it to your lips. We did the whole thing, where you get your thumb and you kind of keep that distance.
All about distance.
Yeah.
You find with distance your voice becomes more powerful, and
Yeah.
you're like sometimes like whoa. You
Yeah.
gotta, back off.
I
of it
think
because
as well with like overall preparation, Kiva kind of helped both of us, especially
yeah.
Garrett, with like breathing techniques that she's picked up from
Well,
musical
Kiva, do you want to
theater.
tell us about that? Were you vocal coaching the boys? Were you
We
giving
did.
some of
I
your
tried
expertise
to.
on?
There was like a module for my course last year where I
Brilliant.
had to teach. It took about an hour for me to do like a skill with these two, but I've been trying and they've really improved from the first.
Yeah.
They have really at the start in
Awesome.
between the raps it was like every 5 minutes and I was like if
Maybe
this
you could
just
release that as like a
hold
wee
it.
online TikTok series,
Okay.
vocal coaching sessions with Homegrown.
Actually.
It's like 4 15-minute videos.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It took
brilliant.
a while, but no, they're understanding.
So what were the
the
exercises? Do you
diagram
want to
and all
talk us
this.
through them? Can you
It
explain
was
them?
just simple skills and learning how to properly breathe.
That's what it was mostly.
the
Was that like
balloon
kinda,
technique. Yeah,
and then
Yep.
release slowly,
yeah.
like you're hitting the fucking.
And then you sing a skill, and then you move it up one, and you move it up
Well,
one.
I always say like a balloon. You want to fill your belly up and push it out, and then you want to squeeze it, and then you're slowly releasing it back in. That's you projecting out. It does take a while. Like sometimes I forget now. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not. You can't be professional really about it until you're
good.
like amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
brilliant.
no, they're very good.
I've always been the same in the bands I've been in Delusional Silence, Kidos, Nylon, and all of them. It's usually like, right, boys, come on, we're doing vocal warm-ups, get everybody in. And they all hate doing it, but it's like, no, it's really important. And I think it's really good if you do it as a group.
Yeah.
It's a bonding experience.
It is.
Yeah, it's
So
massive.
it's like,
Yeah,
at
I
the start,
agree.
everyone's all
So
awkward,
you're-
but at the end of it, everyone's like belting them out and like
Yeah.
giving them stacks. And it's definitely good. And good for you for doing that for them. That's awesome. Well, Kiva, what about for keys? You want to give us a rig rundown? Tell us what keyboard you're playing, what you plug into, what you've been rocking.
I have a Go Keys Roland now, but
Oh, the Roland, very nice.
I have only been introduced to electric keyboard in the past 2 years, so I was going off to new knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So going down to the Groove Collective and just seeing what he used. He uses a Roland, but it's like massive. So I basically just wanted like a Poundland version of it. So I went to Matchets. I got the cheaper
Cost you
version.
a wee bit more than a
Like,
pound.
a wee bit more than a pound, but like 380 was pretty good, I think, 'cause that's what my student loan was spent on. So, but I use it now. I'm still trying to work out. You can get like loops on it, and it connects up to your phone, and it's
Okay.
cool. I'm not
Wow,
used to
it's
it still.
futuristic, yeah.
Futuristic. I'm used to the old
That's
grand
class.
piano, but yes, that's what I'm using.
So your background was actually on the acoustic piano, where
Yes.
you're really feeling the depth of the keys
Yeah.
you're hitting in, and
Yeah.
the keyboard's quite different than that. It must feel a
It
bit more
is.
plastic and
Well, that's what I noticed as well. When I was going to these jam sessions, I liked it was like the closest like feeling to like a real piano.
Okay.
The
So,
Roland
like, weighted
ones.
keys and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the Yamaha ones and all. I don't know. It just like feels weird and a bit plasticky.
Yeah.
It's all a little bit plasticky, but like something that was closest enough to it. So I like it now.
that's
I'm used
cool.
to it.
Yeah.
And it's lightweight.
And then do you record at home yourself, or did you go and use the old Mac that the boys had?
Yeah, really?
I've never recorded on the Mac.
Oh, you're lucky.
Are
I
you a
did
bit more
record them on the raps
DAW
in the Mac.
based?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I usually just we go to the attic or sometimes Primoids and Bart's, and they just hook it up to their thing. I don't know. Attic studios as well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love rehearsing in
Put a
there.
wee thing in and off to go. I don't know what to do.
Fantastic, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. Cool. So what are you bringing then on Friday? The Roland.
Yes.
Nice, excellent.
And
We'll see
myself.
that. Brilliant. That'll be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dude, so tell us like, what about yourself? Do you have any equipment that you use? You've shown us your guitar already, but for vocals, do you have any like go-to microphones?
No.
Any favorite things? No.
If it's wireless, it's great. If we can get
Wireless.
Yeah.
It's just ever find
If there's
yourself
a wireless,
doing it, it just trip you up like.
If there's a
Wireless is
wireless
getting away.
mic, I prefer a wireless mic. It's good.
It's
good
better.
crack, like,
I
but
prefer. A lot of metal guys like enjoy a chord because it's something to hold, it's something to emote with.
yeah,
But I think it's just something that gets in the way and ties you up. To be honest,
I'd
you
love
want to be
one
able
of
to run
them.
free, you know.
I'd love one of them like distortion mics. You know, like you ever hear the Beastie Boys doing it? So what you want? What you want? You know, like I would love a mic that sounds like that.
Yo,
but-
you guys, did you ever
Don't know how to get
ever
one.
any scope for any Beastie Boys covers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know, do yeah.
It's done before.
Maybe even on Friday night.
Oh shit! Crazy on Friday night.
But no, I don't do anything really. If I'm driving, I smoke, and if I'm not driving, I drink and smoke.
You're a liar.
is smoking.
You practice.
Well, I practice, yes, of
Practice.
course. I can practice. No, I'm not taking away from that. Like, but like on like a show, on like the day of the show,
Yeah.
I'll always have a Guinness before I go on.
But
You know, because what's one Guinness like driving down the road? It's full of iron. It's not even a drink.
it's really good for you, and there's like no calories in it as well.
It loosens
no
your
calories
throat
in
up.
it?
Loosens
Yeah, I think
your
it's
throat
actually
up.
minus calories.
Fucking
drink
drink
that.
that.
Something like that.
I would say
Sounds
zero,
wrong,
obviously.
but I'm
gonna
very
trust it. Good
It's
for
a
you.
zero, you dickhead.
I lost a shitload of weight drinking.
It's a
Guinness.
zero, you dickhead.
Oh well, it must be something.
That's fucking
Was it
good.
last week?
Well, what about then rituals for
Rap.
your show? Any? You were talking before about warm-up techniques. Do you practice those before you do a gig? Or
No,
fucking-
I just try to remember my breathing when I'm actually like on
when
stage.
you're up. And remember, like,
Yeah.
you have a big lyric coming up, so take a breath now.
I'm more or
You
less,
remember
like-
your cues to like inhale.
I
Yeah.
do always do that technique
It's the
she
same
taught
for
us.
metal as well. When
Yeah.
the big screams coming up, it's like right. Now's your opportunity to breathe in.
Yeah.
On this
Yeah.
If I have like a long like fast verse coming up or something, I'll always like take that big massive breath before I do it. Like,
Excellent.
but
But like those, like I said, like those kind of punchy words, like those kind of rhyming words that me and him have together, like that
Just
is the
sync them
time where
up.
we can literally
Yeah.
just be like, and then that gets you through the next part of the verse.
And then of course you all have a mic. You all like to try and add in what you can as well.
Well, me and Kiva, yeah. So talking about monitors, like I couldn't hear myself in the deer's head, and I didn't listen back to it, but everyone said it was really bad whenever I tried to harmonize and
Fast forward.
couldn't fucking hear myself, and I was just like,
we bit more practice. We bit more.
bad. Bring the mic back on Friday though.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try not to embarrass myself. We're gonna practice this week.
Like a fool of yourself.
Get that practice in, dude.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, Tristan, what about yourself then, dude, for Black Turf? Do you have any equipment you use for yourself? Do you bring any go-to mics, in-ears? What's your rig rundown then for your performance?
You know, I suppose for myself, there's not a whole lot to bring. Like, I'm showing up doing lead vocals, you know.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot for me to bring. So a lot of my attention is like helping the drummer get his shit in and
Right.
that kind of
enough, bro.
stuff, you know. But definitely there's some rituals, some things you bring with you mentally, and yeah, we definitely try and get those vocal warm-ups in there for sure. I think that's important. And yeah, you know, sometimes it depends on the gig, man. Depends what we're doing. Like sometimes playing music's a bit of crack. Sometimes you're not in the mood. Sometimes you are in the mood. Sometimes it feels like you're literally in the middle of a place of worship and it's special, you know. So depending on what it is, like we put on some charity fundraisers sometimes, like especially for those ones, it's like mentality that I'm trying to bring to it, you know, and just
Brilliant.
create a special space. And especially, I suppose, when you're front manning a gig, it's not just about like what I'm doing when I'm singing. A lot of the work that you're actually doing is when you're not singing.
Yeah.
Whether that's kind of like making sure everyone has what they need while they're playing on stage, or whether that's just kind of picking up on the vibe the crowd's on. And yeah, just making sure everybody's having a good time. And like, I don't know, we did a fundraiser for Congo not so long ago. We'll be doing one for Sudan soon. And yeah, just like for me, I love my history and just trying to like make that an opportunity for people to learn a little bit more about whatever it is we're trying to, you know, bring to the center of attention for that moment. So there's definitely a lot of preparation, you know, and there's a lot that I bring, but it's not necessarily physical always, you know.
Well, let's talk about
for me, luckily,
Black
it's
Turf
not very
music.
heavy.
So,
Yeah.
who's like, what would you describe your band like to someone who maybe hadn't heard you before?
It's honestly really hard a lot of the time. So like we kind of cop out and just say reggae fusion a lot of the time because I feel like that's the easiest thing to explain to people if they don't really know what they're looking for. We really try and not hold ourselves to any sort of limitation genre-wise. Like you can change genre 3 times in the same song.
Cool.
But
what would the other genres be like rock, rap, or
you know, like it gets rocky at times. But not very often. Mostly we're talking soul, reggae and hip hop, but like we get those Latin American grooves in there, we get some blues music in there, and whatever it is we decide next that we're interested in, you know. So like there's no limitation to it, you know. So yeah, we try and keep it interesting for us as well.
What
as the
about
audience.
material, dude? What music have you out at the minute, and where can we find it?
So there's a song on Spotify that I would have released actually technically before the band would have been a thing. It would have been it's a song we'll be playing on Friday. So you'll enjoy that. But
what's it called?
Bottle of Red. So it's a song, funny enough, like I know you guys were talking about lockdown and like how that can be like, you know, that was obviously cataclysmic for a lot of artists. I was at a weird age for that. Like I was 17 when the lockdown started. So
Whoa,
for
man,
me,
how young are you?
I know, yeah. I'm 23. I'm 23, so I'm a youngin'. But yeah, so like for me, it was weird. Like radio stations weren't doing a whole lot at that time. The only thing on the radio was just COVID deaths. Essentially, I was doing fuck all.
Bad news.
Yeah, exactly.
Death toll.
Yeah, exactly. I had dropped out of school and moved out to like a mobile home in the middle of fucking nowhere for like a couple of years. Yeah, I had people come with me for bits of time, but yeah. So for me, that was kind of like a big time to focus on my music, and I would have wrote that song then, Bottle of Red, that's out there now. And weirdly enough, that would have done like weirdly well considered to like how it should have done, and I do genuinely think a lot of it was luck and right time, but. Thankfully, like it's really random, but a friend of mine who makes knives for chefs reposted it, and then a lady who used to be a chef actually saw it because she followed him, and she's now the producer for the Jenny Green show. So she would have put that on as their track of the week, and then ended up playing it on TV with Dahi O'Shea. But that was like my first gig ever in my life, right? I'm like 18 years old, like freaking out in the middle of COVID, and like if there was other music being released at the time, it probably wouldn't happen. But it was just kind of in that deficit of art that was kind of happening because it was such a difficult time for artists to exist. But I guess I just happened to be that right age where it was kind of killing off everyone in the industry. It's like coming up into that, like, all right, there's space now, class. But yeah. So, but honestly, for me, that was like a big life-changing moment because, like, you know, I was really scared leaving school, and like all of us have been on like that moment where you're kind of like, do I really like go all in, guns blazing, all eggs in the one basket doing music here or not? And like for me, that was like a godsend that like kind of a month into that journey that happened, and it was like nothing came out of it. And you know, as we all have experienced, like you're gonna have something big happen in your music career, and someone's gonna try and tell you like this is it, this is you now, you're sweet, this is you're away, like you know, and it's not as simple as that. There is no such thing as an overnight success, in my opinion. Like you have about 1 million of those experiences before it actually, you know. And so I think it was really good for me at that age to just get that perspective that you're going to get these people telling you like, this is it now, you're sweet, this is it. And to just kind of like, you know, do something like that and then just fade away and nothing happen and just kind of be like, cool, let's tip away and see what we do
keep
next.
rocking
Like,
at
you
it.
know, so
It's
that
good that it
song
didn't
is
dishearten
out
you.
anyways. But that being said, like that's me very young on my own making that music, pretty much that whole track musically I made and Daniel produced it, but none of the beautiful musicians that play with us now are involved in that track, and the track is much nicer now that they are.
Okay.
So come here Friday if you like the song on Spotify
All right,
because
yeah.
it's a different beast now. It's a different beast now that the gang have got their
Look
hands
forward to
on it, you
seeing
know.
that,
So
man. That is cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, what about for Homegrown then? What was your latest release? We talked about your first early ones. What's spinning at the minute? What can people hear and where can we hear it?
Me and this guy are on a lot of features right now, but our
Yep.
last actual release was back in February of all it was a wee romantic song called Show Me. We released it for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
We tried to. I think we missed the date, but we gave it a
it was
good
in and
go.
around Valentine's
But
Day.
that's our last kind of track. A lot of our stuff online at the minute, like you're saying with your track, like it doesn't incorporate the band that we have now.
Yep.
Like 90% of our music that you'll find on Spotify and YouTube and stuff will be like me and this guy. It's only kind of now in the last sort of year or two but that we've really been doing it with the band, but we've been so busy with
What
gigs.
tracks are on Spotify?
Show Me.
Show Me.
Listen
has
to Show Me.
Has the band.
Yeah.
Let It
Let It
Loose,
Loose
yeah,
is
Let
with
It
the band too, but
So he's going to be doing all your future releases now with the full band.
there's a lot of
That's
stuff now
cool.
that we perform that isn't released right now.
Okay.
That is all kind of full
Any
sort of
plans to
band
take this
produced.
to any studios?
A lot of those songs did start off with like beats that Primewide would have produced, and then we're doing them with the band, and it's just kind of
just add guitar and bass.
different
and keys.
vibe, like
Yeah, they
I
take
think-
on life of themselves after that.
I think something that's weird, like with the music industry, is that like before in the past, it would have been very much so the case that like, you know, if you were to release music, like you would have already had to have been gigging for like a really long time, and someone notice you and then decide we're going to spend like $250,000 to record you. That's not the case anymore. Like the way I got into music was like we got like, you know, an interface and literally Daniel found 40 quid in German class at school, and it was like he came to me, he was like, do we get a bag of weed or
seed
do we
money?
get a microphone? Like I was like, what the one good decision I made in my life was like,
Yeah,
let's get a
thank
fucking
God you got a
microphone. Like, you know,
microphone, man.
yeah, exactly. So that's what we did. But I think, very similar to yourselves, where it's just like it's so accessible now, like making music digitally, and it like that's kind of, this is the first time in history really that that's ever happened, where you have to go and like reinvent this from a track that's been made on a computer versus you know, in the past it's very much so when we've played the song 1,000 times before, whereas like our writing process can very much so be like we will write something and then like track that in and then write the next bit, track that in. You know, the guitar is made, you put it in, the bass is made, you put it in, the vocals come, you put it in. But like that's never been the case before. And so I feel like that's kind of a journey that like all of us are on at the moment.
It's like doing it in the room with everyone versus doing it by yourself, track by track, and how you can develop that. That's cool, man. So when you want to take this to the new Homegrown material, when you want to get to the studio, are you going to go to Primewide again? If you're eye on any other studios?
We're gonna do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We really
work with
we
some
like
heavier producers to get that live instrument sound.
We work with it's Jamie now. Yeah. Jamie at Attic, and like,
Very good.
fucking deadly, and he makes a deadly tune. But Primewide is hip hop as fuck.
Yeah.
And like me and his,
But he's also
vocals
metal as well, so he has
so he
live
can't
energy.
yeah. So we're gonna do like, we're kind of doing it weird, where we're gonna be doing like a lot of our band recordings are gonna be at Attic Studios.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do more vocal work then down with Primewide.
Okay.
And then we're kind of gonna do a little bit
Mix
more
them together.
collaborative again, you know.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
we're gonna
Have your
see how
tracks
that
done in the
goes.
band room and then your vocals done in the vocal booth.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's cool. And have you many plans for much more to come out?
We have plans of an album coming soon.
Oh,
Should we tell them the name of it?
Can we get a name, an
It's,
exclusive name of the album right here?
So the name of the album is going to be The Golden Zebra.
The Golden
And the
Zebra.
kind of principal idea of the album is like, you know, beats and band.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of have a little blend of both, you know, and that's kind of the stripes of the zebra.
That's
That would be
good.
There you
cool.
go. Yeah,
I like
something
that.
different,
Yeah.
The concept.
So we're
is-
not sure what the
is
kind of
solid.
depth it will be, how many band tracks, how many beat tracks.
Do you
like,
want to
will
do this
be.
again with Attic and Primoid? Is that the collaboration, or
That's the way we're gonna
Yeah.
do it now. Like, because we've worked with both of them separately, but not kind of collaboratively. And I think that's when it will
I've seen that
really
with
set
bands
it
as
off.
well.
you know?
Before they'll go to one studio for one thing and another for one thing, and
Yeah.
sometimes you get some real magic out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the plan, anyway.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we've talked about everything. You know, how you all started, how you got going to where you are. What's next for the band? What is after
Yeah.
Friday? Friday, you're playing in here. Then have you any more shows coming up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we've got a
playing.
busy month.
Yeah, we're playing on the 18th down at Ronda Studios.
Yeah.
just
Oh,
outside.
Big up
nice.
Run the Studios. Shamey's
Oh,
doing
yes.
mad things
Yeah.
down there. Like,
They're doing a lot of cool stuff.
Big
what a
up Run the
spot, man.
Studios.
That was the last place that we saw you guys. We've seen you at the Group
Nice.
Collective and
Yeah.
stuff like.
Class,
but it was
class,
became
class.
The
Brilliant.
The Ronda. and we're
Yeah,
like,
it's a special place.
I really feel like our bands would be good together on a
Nice,
set. You know,
nice.
like, so-
Yeah.
That would be
Unreal,
fun.
man.
That's where this gig came from. Then.
Yeah.
It's on the front line.
Yeah.
Run the
So
Studios. Yeah.
that's the
Brilliant.
18th. On the 31st, we're actually in Thompson's for
For
an
Halloween?
album. Yeah, for fucking Halloween, man. We're dressing up and everything.
What's
But
going on the
it's
31st?
an album
Wait, are
release
we?
party
For who?
for
Are we
PC
dressing up?
Pip. We are dressed.
Okay, we're
we'll talk
dressing
about it.
Awesome. That sounds.
Heard it here first. I heard it here first.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
on
Happy
November
Halloween.
the 1st, I'm missing Halloween, so I'm doing family stuff. But on November the 1st, we're in here doing Ghost Night again.
Oh, deadly, yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
probably we'll call in for that.
Ghost
too,
Night.
Fuck
You,
it.
you do.
I still need to get down to one of them. I
It's
fucking
so
love
much
Ghost.
fun. It's 4 hours of non-stop Ghost tunes all night,
deadly.
and I get to be Papa Emeritus and like
Yeah.
give sweets out. To
My
all
girlfriend
the
would
boys
hate
and
it,
girls.
but I would love it.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get live music into it now because we need a proper like live singing Ghost tribute because there hasn't been a good one yet. In
Hit me up.
It's gonna be fucking dude. It's there's scope. I think it's next year. It's gonna be a full band doing one of the albums in full. I can't really say too much about that, but
Oh, which album? Oh, I need to know.
yeah, it's never been done in this country before. It's gonna be
Oh.
cool. But yeah, so you guys, you've got what the 17th? Or sorry, it was it 17th,
18th.
18th, 10th, 18th, and the 31st.
And fuck it, man. We've got the 7th of November.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where's that?
That's at the Beehive. We're actually doing a battle of the bands.
The Beehive.
Beehive.
Oh, I
This is
love
our
the
third
Beehive.
battle of the bands, and we haven't won yet.
Is there a
And
third?
Were you boys down there? Were you down there
Fucking
recently?
That's cool.
The Beehive recently. Were you doing Battle of Bands there recently?
No, wait, no, our heat. We haven't done our heat.
Okay,
yet. Are you in it?
No, but guitar player Pedro who's in a band called Lear. If you heard of them.
Oh yeah.
Big up Lear.
Oh,
Have
we
you heard
know
of Lear?
Lear.
You know Lear?
We
Oh,
played with
yeah.
Leah
Yeah,
in the last
They-
battle of the
they-
bands.
they-
we
Did
were
you?
in.
Did they win? Who won?
Oh, we all went out.
Ah.
we all got put out there.
They're a cool band though. They're a cool.
Well, what
band.
about Black Turf? What's next for Black Turf after Friday?
Honestly, man, like I moved here like 2.5 years ago to put this project together, and it's finally in that place now where it's like really it's running itself. Like the guys are great. So we've kind of said in the last little bit like stop taking gigs and just focus on writing and recording. So
Fair enough.
Unfortunately-
are you going to be recording yourselves? Or are you gonna take
yeah,
their
100%. We've done a bit of both. We've got some good producers in the band. There was I can't remember his name, but there was someone who said like, what's the point in paying somebody to mix my music and make it sound like shit when I can make my music sound like shit for free?
See, the thing about a producer is
that's the approach we're taking.
sometimes they're kind of like an extra member of the band. Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll see it from another perspective.
Yeah,
They'll hear things
yeah.
you don't, and
Yeah.
sometimes have suggestions that can make
For
you
sure,
change
for
it,
sure.
like,
Feed,
definitely.
feedback's always critical.
definitely.
Yeah.
It has to be a good producer, obviously.
Yeah,
but
They're all
that
kind of
can
producer.
be
Like, we'll ask you, be
worthwhile,
like, did
like,
that sound
yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're like, I don't know, you were
So
listening to it,
cool.
I was doing it.
No, we're blessed. We've got two producers in the band, so like I've got full confidence in those boys. But yeah, so just like for our plans for the winter is just write, record new material, and get the material that we already have out there for people to listen to in their spare time. Because the last while has really just been the focus on getting like a live act together and making sure that like Black Turf is real and it's in front of people and they can feel it and it's tangible. And now that that's kind of been accomplished, the goal now is to just actually make it concrete and set.
Fantastic.
And leave it there, and whatever happens.
Make
But
the
what we've
mark.
done for now, exactly, man. So just make that stuff permanent, leave it there, and whatever happens next, happens next.
hear
So
that,
that's
man.
our plan.
That is class, man. Well, guys, thank you all so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any final thoughts or anyone you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
Catherine Conley for president.
Yeah.
Up a homegrown.
Homegrown. So, guys, you are in here on Friday, the 10th of October, 7 o'clock. Tickets available on Eventbrite.
Buy two.
Homegrown, Black Turf, and Futile Company. It's here on Friday night. It's all happening. We hope to see everyone there.
Don't be late.
Do not be late. Yeah, let's do it, guys. Thank you all so much for coming. Yeah, this has been the Rig Rundown, episode 30 with Homegrown,
Give it up for
Black
yourselves.
Turf. And me, your host, Pete Renshaw. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Enemy! Make some noise for the enemy! Make some noise for terrorists! Make some fucking noise for yourselves!
Welcome to the